Howdy YouTube, and welcome to this episode of the Gunman. So today we're going to be doing a custom paint job on this Triumph tank. So we're going to be doing some cool custom effects like brushed aluminium. So I'm just about ready to get some silver down just for these pinstripes here, the outer ones. Obviously we've got this here has to go black, and then in the very middle that stays red. So first off, I've decided to do the silver pinstripe. So this is what I got up to yesterday. I started off by doing the outer pinstripe in silver. I then peeled off the next stripe, which is going to be going black, and this center piece is going to be staying red. But the lines are looking pretty nice and straight, as you would expect, using the vinyl plotter. There's one little bit here which I might just tidy up. You can see there I might be able to just sort of step the black in just a touch, just to even up that little edge, but looking good so far. One thing that we do have to make sure before I go and put the black on is that these edges here, you can see there's a little bubble under there, so make sure we push them down. So I've got the black down and I'm unmasking it now, but you can see a lot of the glue from this vinyl has actually been left behind, so I'm not sure exactly why that is. But when I was doing the silver, I did get the heat gun out, so I'm not sure if it's the heat or the cold, because it's just coming into spring at the moment actually, but it's still pretty cold weather, so a little bit of a pity about that. But I'm just getting some tape like this, putting it to there, and it seems to be lifting it up. Not too big of a deal. Alright, so I've got those knee pad sections all masked up and ready for some silver. So I might have mentioned it at the start of the video, but we're going for a brushed aluminium type look on that. So I've looked up how to do it on YouTube. Yeah, I've got some fine silver metallic solvent base. It is this one here, Chromax Centauri. I went for the good quality stuff, the 6000. So anyway, I'm going to get that down with my minigun. I decided I didn't need the airbrush for something like this because it is a slightly bigger area, so it's just going to be easier to use my minigun on that one. So that's the silver down. It was actually quite nice to just spray solvent again. I don't know, it's a funny thing to say, but it's just a pleasure to spray good old-fashioned solvent-based base coat again. It went down really nice. So originally I was actually meaning to upload this video like 2 months ago. So what ended up happening is I upgraded my video editor, and this was basically edited in my old video editor, and after putting it through to my new video editor, it was glitching out big time. So I finally figured a way out to like render it out in 1 minute pieces. The program was crashing left, right and center, but I got all the footage out, so that's why we're here now. So I do apologize about the delay on this video, because I know some of you guys have probably been waiting for it, because I did do a short video on the brushed aluminium effect. So that was a good 2 or 3 months ago, but yeah, as I say, I finally managed to get this video edited, and I hope it was worth the wait, guys. So as you can see there, we've got that first stage down, got the basic shape of the stripes in there, and we've got the shape of those knee pads in there too. So that's it after the first clear down. It's looking pretty damn good, nice and glossy. I'm getting a really good result out of that clear coat. So what actually ended up happening there, I know what must have happened is little bits from the stencil, little bits of glue must have been left behind. So once I unmasked it, I was like, I could feel these little bits of glue. So as I'm rubbing it, they're coming off. So that's what happened, and it's not the end of the world. Like, there's little bits there. The main thing is that we've got the outline of the shape there, and like, I'm happy with the shape. From there, we can just get some fine line tape on either side, bang bang, mask the rest of the tank up, and then just touch it in with an airbrush. You might have noticed here, I reckon exactly the same thing happened there. When I peeled it up, there must have been a little bit of glue left over. I did notice it before I cleared it, so that's why I rubbed it off. I actually pulled it out from underneath that black. And I did decide, because I knew that I'm going to have to be doing some black down here when we're doing the brushed aluminium effect, so I thought, you know what, I'll just touch that in with the airbrush at the same time as I'm doing that. Alright, so let's try and get this brushed aluminium effect. I guess we'll try and keep that nice and straight, and I guess so there's less chances of like wiggles through it. Want to get nice straight lines like that brushed aluminium effect. It's not going to matter if we go over the top of that, because it's all going to be re-cleared anyway. But I did mask this off when I was doing the sanding on the rest of it, because I may not have been sanding exactly in that direction. But for now, keeping it nice and straight. You do have to push a fair bit of pressure down so that it sort of digs in type thing. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Nice, even, straight lines. And we also want to remove the gloss so that the next coat of paint's going to stick as well. Okay, nice. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'll get you up close there so you can see all those lines are in the same direction. I did have a little play around here, and it seems that I can get kind of straight lines there. I'll have to be careful of that I don't get a big blob, so I'll have to pull the trigger first. But as you can see here, I just sort of pull that trigger in just ever so slightly. I might even start off the section that I'm looking to do and then just pull it in. Something like that. We'll see how we go. I'm actually probably looking for something closer to this than that.
Yes, I know. I should probably be keeping it a little bit straighter, but if you hang around for a few more minutes, you'll see that it doesn't really matter if you're a little bit off like this.
So I got this technique off another YouTube video, so probably better off going and watching a professional airbrusher than me. I'm kind of making this up as I go. But he did say that you're not actually looking for perfection with these lines, you know, it doesn't actually have to be perfect. So once that's done, all he was doing is just get that steel wool back out again, and the same thing as we did at the start. Keep it in nice lines and go for a little bit more of a subtle look. Just take a bit more of it off. Yeah, that's looking good. So that's it. I reckon it's actually looking pretty damn good. I think I did a better job on the other side. I think I just got a little bit straighter with my airbrushing. I guess a little bit of practice helped. But yeah, it's looking cool. As I say, it's a bit of a subtle effect. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the ultra fine silver, which is the same silver I put on the stripes that went on the outside of the black. I'm going to do that, so the same size. So I'm going to do like a 3mm stripe just around the edge, and I've got a piece of vinyl cut out. I'm going to reuse this outer masking at the same time. So that's going to be the next step. And after that, I'm going to clear it down, and that tank is just about done. So it's making, it's looking really good. So that's a few coats of that ultrafine silver just back over those stripes. We're about to unmask it, and fingers crossed it all looks good, and then we'll be able to clear it down for a final clear. And what I think I might do this time is just like 4 coats of clear, and that's going to give me lots of material to polish into rather than doing the flow coat or anything. Wow, that's actually looking, I can only see a little bit, but it actually looks really cool, that brushed aluminium effect. Wow. Very simple, but very effective. Alright, so that's where we're at. It's ready for clear, and it's looking bloody awesome. All those edges are crisped up, the nice, neat, crisp, clean edges. So I'm going to mix some clear coat up now, and I'm going to put a good 4 coats on it. And when I say 4 coats, each coat is kind of a double header, so technically it's actually closer to 8 coats. I was actually really happy with how that clear went last time. It actually held quite a nice gloss, and yeah, for a garage clear, I would say it's actually quite a good one because it dries so fast, and I think that's why it's able to come up quite good in the garage, because it skins over so quickly. Less chance of having dust land in it because it does dry so fast.
yeah, this was actually a very fun project to do. I definitely learnt a lot doing it. It was actually for one of my uncle's friends, so I did some repairs on a Ducati motorbike, a few fairings for one of my uncles, and turns out one of his friends had this motorbike tank and he wanted this design done to it. So yeah, look, he was really happy with it. I was happy with it. I learned a few things. The owner actually bought me a vinyl plotter. So the vinyl that I cut the stencils out with, that was done on a vinyl plotter, and that was my first time actually using the software. So to be honest, most of this project was learning how to use that software. Like anyone who's used computer programs will know that learning a new editing software will always take a little bit of time. No matter whether or not it's Final Cut or Adobe Premiere Pro or even just Sony Vegas, there's always going to be a bit of a learning curve. So either way, I think I did pretty well. There was a few times where I was like, a bit like, man, it's not going to come out that good. Those stripes were kind of hard to do, to be honest, and I wasn't quite sure I was going to be able to get them good, but ultimately I stuck at it, and I reckon they look really good, and they're like ultra clean and crisp edges, and yeah, it's cool. So also going forward in the future, I could actually print out that Triumph logo, and I could airbrush that Triumph logo onto the side of a tank. So as you see in the back there's the Tirana. I was thinking I could even print out the Tirana, because on my Tirana it's got badges on the boot lid, but someone's kind of like welded them up and bogged them up, so the holes are kind of done. So I was thinking I could even just like airbrush them on and spray them on. I don't know, I've got options. I could always do some more little custom spray painting projects as well. But have a look at that, guys. That looks amazing. Really, really good off the gun finish there. So I used the Challenger air dry. It's called Fast Clear, and for what it is, guys, I reckon it's really good. But as I say, you really gotta heave it on. I've actually heard someone in the comment section say, like, you're better off using the normal or the slow, and I think they're probably right. Like, it goes off so fast, so I just went with the fast hardener, and it's probably too fast. I think that's actually why I've had to put, like, as I said, I've got to put 2 coats on in one, because it's like, it's drying as you're spraying, it dries that fast. But yeah, going forward, next time if I ever get some of this clear, I'll probably go for like the medium or slow hardener with it. But yeah, have a look, guys. It looks awesome, man. I did end up cutting it all back dead flat as well. So I think I went like 1500, 3000, then 5000, and then cut and polish, and that was it. But that's a vid there, guys. Thanks again so much for watching. I really do appreciate all you guys watching my videos. Again, if you would like to support the show even further, be sure to go and check out some of that cool Gunman merchandise. My favorite is those Gunman spray suits. So again, until next time, guys, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.